today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos taking on Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins.
Whiteout conditions throughout the Great Plains sure made travel difficult, but we're still expecting a full house at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gautin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. No gain on.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That one into the hands of Laird. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Broncos. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
The Miami Dolphins heading out at 4-3, winners of 3 straight, 28-17. They take care of the Rams at home in Week 8, and it's now Tua time, Charles. Tua Tagovailoa making his first NFL start. He really wasn't asked to do a whole lot, didn't need to do a whole lot. 12 of 22, 93 yards. Did throw his first NFL touchdown pass and had the sideline dance of a 5-year vet ready to go. But what did you make of his debut?
Exactly what you would want if you're a Miami Dolphins fan or in the organization, because you expressed it so well. Wasn't asked to do a whole lot because he didn't need to do a whole lot. Look, when you get a long fumble return touchdown and a punt return touchdown, so you're getting it from your defense and special teams, that's outstanding. That allows you to break in your young quarterback a lot easier. 3 of the next 4 on the road, though. They got to do with Arizona and Kyler Murray. Then they're home for the Chargers. Then at Denver, and Drew Lock has played well recently. And then at the Jets, which should be a win.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Clock now on 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
For 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Dave Parker.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Breida, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Wilson has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 15.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Broncos 7, Dolphins nothing.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own
Out come the Broncos. They are at 3-4 currently after coming from behind to win against the LA Chargers at home in Week 8, 31-30. Boy, things look bleak in that game in the third quarter. Down by 3 touchdowns. Really, the spark was a 55-yard touchdown run by Phillip Lindsay. And Drew Lock, for his part, he really led an incredible second-half comeback. 248 yards, 3 touchdown passes. He looked great when it mattered in crunch time. So the Broncos now, they have a 2-game road trip coming up. First stop, Atlanta, as they head to the southeast, and then a division game in Las Vegas, back closer to their home out west. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. And they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
A gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
For a Denver Broncos.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
4.
A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Out comes the Miami offense once again, and they're running back Jordan Howard. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
And the Dolphins first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And he'll bring it all the way way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Let's go, Barnes. Let's go,
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Quick throw outside by Locke. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a strong first half from the Missouri man, Drew Lock. His guys have the lead as the white stuff continues to fall. And for the call of the second half, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through the second half as we are back underway in Denver. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 17.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is Jakeem Grant. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Miami set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first, they go right back to Howard. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
51, white 80.
From the 41, Fitzpatrick. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
22 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Shedding the tackle. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And his throw is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. To throw again. Lock. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Fighting to stay upright. And he thinks it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. But now it's 3rd down. And this hit. Oh, my goodness. He pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's got his tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Locked now on 3rd and goal. This is the tight end Fant. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
Is good. Makes the score Broncos 20, Dolphins 7.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. So now Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins down by 13. A little under a minute 50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Fitzpatrick's pass is...
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Yards to go.
Fitzpatrick again. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
To kick off for Miami.
And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. In the 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 48 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This is caught. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
The 2-point conversion is no good.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. So now it's the Dolphins' turn. Trailing in this one now. A little under 40 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
Fitzpatrick on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
It's now second.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards to go.
One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.